And here we go into the depths of depravity.
What do you mean, his mistress?
Willow demanded.
Oh, it's a kind of arrangement that men make with women all the time. Why the hell did you agree to it, Jessica? I take it you did agree to it. She's such a fucking bitch. I hate everyone in this book. I guess I did. But why? Are you out of your mind? Because what?
Jessica clamped her lips shut, thank fucking God.
But I wonder why he chose you. Did he happen to mention me? Why the fuck would he mention you? He doesn't know you. When are you seeing him again? Or maybe you don't know. Can he just ring out for you at a moment's notice? Like pizza? Who the fuck wrote this? He's been away. On business. How nice for him. Did you even see him this week? Briefly, said Jessica.
She had been stricken with nerves, terrified about going into Cleany's office, but after all that angsting, he hadn't even been there. The room had been quiet and empty, and she hadn't known whether to laugh or cry. That's very much my experience reading this book. She had just been coming out of the adjoining cloakroom with a damp cloth in her hand when the door had opened and in he'd walked. Why was the cloth damp? Stay tuned in Shaerotica for more. The blue of his eyes looked unbelievably bright, set like sapphires in his glowing olive skin. I think Sharon Kendrick doesn't think that the audience has the retention to remember what these people look like, because she seems to explain in detail what they look like every single time they walk into a scene, which is considerate given that I've been reading this book for years now, so I honestly don't remember what they look like.
Jessica?
She really didn't know how to react. You never know how to react, Jessica, because you're a blank slate.
Come over here.
He looked down at the bright yellow rubber gloves she wore.
I've never been able to understand the sexual allure of rubber.
I've never really given it any thought.
You are nervous!
A little bit, she whispered.
And yet we have been deliciously intimate with each other,
He mused, with the promise of so much more.
Are you angry because I haven't rung you?
You haven't really got my phone number.
You think that would be a problem, Kara? That I could not find you if I wanted to find you?
She supposed not, but it gave Jessica an insight into the kind of man she was dealing with. Unlike everything else that's happened so far, she couldn't have got any clues about what his personality is really like behind all the money. And they kissed, la 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 la, oh, she got so horny from the kiss. If a boss wasn't a boss, then maybe things would be normal, but they're not, blah 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 blah. When are you back?
I'll be back by the weekend. I have hookers to kill.
And with another brief and tantalizing kiss, he disappeared. So when are you seeing him? We're back in the present now. Isn't that clever? He's collecting me any minute now.
And ought you be getting ready?
I am ready.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha. Funny comedy bit. There was a loud knock on the door. I literally just skipped 2 paragraphs just by, you know, I saw where the next thing happened, so I just skipped to it. Salvatore was sprawled in the back seat when she got in.
Come over here and say hello to me.
His eyes were glittering over her in an unashamedly sexually appeal, but suddenly Jessica didn't care. Wasn't this what she had been dreaming of since the last time she'd been with him? Alright, skipping that.
I'm taking you straight home, because I've spent the last 5 days imagining making love to you.
He promised unsteadily. Here's something I realized. Silicon Lemons is Donald Trump. They kiss again, blah 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 blah. He wanted to touch her now, maybe to bring her to climax within the private world of the dark widowed limousine, but she was wearing jeans. To let his fingers spray into a possessive star at the very top of their thigh, hearing her breathing quicken, but his eyes mocked her. These jeans are so inhibiting, he mocked casually. Oh, but so practical. On the contrary, he said, they are extremely impractical for lovers who are being reunited. Suddenly, Jessica felt about 18 years old. So he hates jeans, he hates stockings, he hates everything that, I don't know, women like. Which, again, I bring up the Donald Trump thing.
You never had instruction on how to best dress for a man who you wanted to please? And I shall teach you. I shall take you shopping.
That's where we're going next. He's gonna take her shopping. Predictably, she blushed, and just as predictably, that made him kiss her again, and just as predictably, the book kept going instead of stopping. Now they're in his apartment. Did you choose these pieces yourself? His eyes narrowed. Had she started taking an inventory of how much he was worth?
I had someone buy them for me,
He said casually. And you like it?
I love it!
You could buy anything, she realized. Expertise, tables in exclusive restaurants, and then that's it. She stops listing things right there. But through the heavy beat of building desire, Salvatore felt a faint sense of misgiving. Or was that his own guilty conscience? But you have got nothing to be guilty for. I can just imagine him standing in front of the mirror in the morning.
You've got nothing to be guilty for. You've got nothing to be guilty for. That's the legal age in some countries. That's the legal age in some countries.
They were both consenting adults, which is debatable, who had gone into this with their eyes open, and if Jessica was a different breed from the city sophisticates he ran across in his daily life, then why not just lie back and enjoy the difference? I don't know. Salvatore? It's funny that you should think that, because that happens to be the same thing you thought several chapters ago! This book is not moving. This is a brick wall of a book. But as he guided her hand towards his belt, he felt a sudden fleeting wish that she was one of those women. Someone who wouldn't look at him with that crazy mixture of tenderness and enthusiasm. Didn't she realize that such feelings were a total waste of time and that he would not be swayed by them? His mouth hardened. He must teach her how he liked his women to behave. The book stopped. I don't want to be making any kinds of claims about Sharon Kendrick, but imagine what you think she looks like. Done? Good? How much did she look exactly like you thought she was going to look like?